The economic impact of coastal erosion on fishing industry. Title: The economic impact of coastal erosion on the fishing industry. Introduction. Coastal erosion, a natural occurrence primarily caused by rising sea levels and human activities, has become a growing concern in recent years. Beyond the visible loss of land, this phenomenon has significant economic concerns, particularly for industries that heavily rely on coastal resources. One such industry deeply impacted is the fishing sector. Impact on coastal communities. Coastal communities heavily rely on fishing as a vital source of revenue and sustenance. However, with the occurrence of coastal erosion, the availability and quality of fishing grounds are directly affected. Eroded coastlines cause changes in the aquatic ecosystems, leading to the reduction in fish populations and the degradation of critical habitats such as coral reefs and seagrasses. The decline in fish populations affects the livelihood of fishermen and the economic vibrancy of these communities. Reduced catch sizes decrease the revenue generated from fishing activities, making it harder for fishermen to sustain their own families and the local economy as a whole. Additionally, the fishing industry supports other related sectors such as fish processing and marketing, all of which suffer when the availability of fish decreases. Infrastructure and property damage. Coastal erosion poses a significant threat to the infrastructure and properties of fishing communities. As shorelines retreat due to erosion, essential coastal infrastructures, including harbors, berthing facilities, and fish landing sites, become susceptible to damage or complete destruction. This results in increased maintenance costs, reduced efficiency, and decreased overall capacity of the fishing industry. Furthermore, erosion puts coastal properties at risk. Many fishermen and their families reside in close proximity to the shore, leading to a higher vulnerability to property damage. Homes and business, say located near the coastline, are prone to erosion-induced flooding and destruction during extreme weather events. Insurance costs skyrocket, and the long-term sustainability and resilience of these coastal communities become even more challenging to achieve. Loss of tourism potential. Coastal erosion not only affects the fishing industry directly but also impacts the tourism potential of affected regions. Many coastal communities heavily rely on tourism as an additional source of income, attracted by the scenic beauty of pristine shorelines and the promise of bountiful marine resources. However, eroded coastlines deter tourists, resulting in reduced revenues from the tourism sector. Moreover, the fishing industry, intertwined with the tourism sector, often offers opportunities to engage tourists through activities such as recreational fishing and seafood restaurants. Declining fish populations due to coastal erosion diminish these attractions, causing a ripple effect throughout the coastal economy. Adapting and mitigating coastal erosion. To mitigate the economic impact of coastal erosion on the fishing industry, proactive measures can be taken at both community and governmental levels. Here are some strategies that can be implemented. 2. Sustainable fishing practices. Promote sustainable fishing practices such as implementing fishing quotas, seasonal closures, and areas for marine conservation. This ensures the long-term viability of fish populations and the resilience of the fishing industry. 3. This helps to reduce their dependence solely on fishing activities. 4. Coastal management and planning. Governments should prioritize comprehensive coastal zone management plans that consider both environmental and socioeconomic factors. These plans should involve stakeholders from the fishing industry, tourism sector, and local communities to ensure effective decision-making. Continued. Coastal erosion presents a complex issue that requires a multidimensional approach. It is not merely an environmental problem but also an economic one, with far-reaching consequences for coastal communities and the fishing industry. By understanding the economic impact of coastal erosion, stakeholders can work together to develop sustainable solutions that address the root causes and mitigate adverse effects. In addition to the strategies mentioned above, it is essential to invest in scientific research and monitoring to better understand the dynamics of coastal erosion and its impact on fish populations. This knowledge can inform targeted interventions and adaptive management approaches. Furthermore, international cooperation is crucial in addressing the economic impact of coastal erosion. As coastal erosion is a global issue, sharing best practices, exchanging knowledge, and collaborating on research can lead to more effective management strategies. It is worth noting that the economic impact of coastal erosion on the fishing industry is not limited to developing countries or small coastal communities. Even developed nations with robust fishing industries can be significantly affected. Thus, it is in the best interest of all nations to prioritize the protection of coastal resources and the sustainability of the fishing industry. The economic impact of coastal erosion on the fishing industry is significant and cannot be underestimated. Coastal communities heavily reliant on fishing suffer from reduced catch sizes, leading to decreased revenue and difficulty sustaining their families and local economies. Additionally, erosion damages essential coastal infrastructure, increasing maintenance costs and reducing the overall capacity of the fishing industry. Coastal properties are also at risk, facing erosion-induced flooding and destruction. Furthermore, eroded coastlines deter tourists, impacting tourism potential and resulting in reduced revenues from the tourism sector. To mitigate the economic impact of coastal erosion on the fishing industry, proactive measures can be taken. Coastal rehabilitation, such as beach nourishment and artificial reefs, provide physical protection against erosion and restore fish habitats. Sustainable fishing practices, such as fishing quotas and marine conservation areas, ensure the long-term viability of fish populations in the fishing industry. Diversification of income sources, such as engaging in aquaculture or ecotourism, reduces dependence solely on fishing activities. Coastal erosion necessitates a multidimensional approach, involving collaboration between governments, fishing communities, and environmental organizations. Investing in scientific research and monitoring is crucial to better understand the dynamics of coastal erosion and its impact on fish populations. International cooperation is also essential, with the sharing of best practices, knowledge exchange, and collaborative research leading to more effective management strategies. The economic impact of coastal erosion is not restricted to developing countries or small communities, affecting developed nations with robust fishing industries. Therefore, it is in the best interest of all nations to protect coastal resources and ensure the sustainability of the fishing industry. Coastal erosion, caused by rising sea levels and human activities, has a profound economic impact on the fishing industry. This article explores the consequences of coastal erosion on coastal communities, infrastructure, and tourism. It also highlights strategies such as coastal rehabilitation, sustainable fishing practices, diversification of income sources, and effective coastal management too. Mitigate the economic effects. Collaboration, research, and international cooperation are essential in finding innovative solutions and ensuring the long-term viability of coastal communities and the fishing industry. Continued. Additionally, coastal erosion has social and cultural impacts on fishing communities. Fishing is often deeply rooted in the cultural heritage and identity of coastal communities. The decline in the fishing industry not only affects the economic well-being of these communities but also erodes their way of life and traditional practices.